For personalized astrology reports and interesting blogs, make sure you click on my original and correct website, and that's www.vedicoraclebyKadambari.com.
Hello beautiful ladies, I'm Kadambari Sharma and today's video is completely dedicated to women power. What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about how to judge and analyze the different aspects of a woman's life through her horoscope. So yes ladies, today's video is just for you and do watch this video till the end. So through this analysis, you will be able to understand your true personality, your strength, weaknesses, how the world perceives you, your health status, and of course, a love life and marriage. Well, God made women a little different from the men, both physically and mentally. I know after watching this video, I will definitely get a lot of hate comments, especially from the men. They will be like, why you women think you are so different and special, important and unique? Well, men have their own challenges and women have their own, and I'm not biased towards women. It's just that in today's video, we'll be talking about a woman's life, what kind of challenges she may go through and how she will deal with these challenges. Everything is there in the horoscope, right? So we'll be analyzing that. Now, talking about the physical body, women undergo a constant physiological process, and that is known as the menstrual cycle. And because of this process, they have a unique ability to give birth to a child. Whether it's the birth of a child or the menstrual cycle, these things always leave a huge impact both physically and mentally. Now, let's talk about women's psychology, their mental attitude. It's scientifically proven that women experience emotions more intensely than the men, whether it's happiness, sadness, depression, excitement, anger. All these emotions are experienced more intensely by women. And there's one more problem. They always hesitate to express their desires, what they are feeling. Everything is just over here, buried deep within. Because they have been taught since childhood that women cannot express their anger. They cannot express all of their desires in front of the world. So definitely, women carry a huge burden in their mind because they have to face a lot of social expectations and restrictions throughout their life. Now, whatever I have told you till now, all of these points are the observation of one of the most greatest sage in history, that is Varaha Mihira. Well, Varaha Mihira is known for his dedication and hard work in the field of astrology. He is the one who have acknowledged the role of a woman in society. He wanted the world to analyze the horoscope of a woman quite differently. We need to check her health. We need to analyze her married life properly. All these things are very important in a woman's life. Okay, so in today's video, I'll be fetching up few points from the SthreeJataka and I'll be simplifying all these things just for you so that you can analyze your horoscope in a better manner. Now, before we start with the analysis, let me tell you that this video is divided into three sections. In the first part, we'll talk about personality, public appearance, strength, weaknesses, love affairs. In the second section, we'll talk about health, and of course, marriage will come in the third part. You can directly go to these sections. I'll give you the timestamps below in the comment section. The very first thing you need to analyze is the sign placement of your natal moon and ascendant in the Rashi chart. It gives a very clear idea about your personality and how your mind responds to circumstances in life. If your natal moon and ascendant both are in even signs like
Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces, it definitely gives a very soft, sensitive, and delicate kind of personality. Varaha Mihira says that women who have both of their natal moon and ascendant in even signs are the ideal women. They have amazing feminine grace and they do have very caring and nourishing kind of qualities, a woman who will respect you every time. And the women who have both of their natal moon and lagna in odd signs like Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Sagittarius, and Aquarius are devoid of feminine grace. Now, that's according to Varaha Mihira, not according to me. In fact, the women under the impact of the odd signs are more masculine, they have more man-like qualities, and I think that's why he considered them as they're devoid of feminine grace. Women who are born under the impact of odd signs are more of strong personalities. They do have very rebellious and warrior-like nature, and that's why they are compared more to man-like qualities. Now let's take an example to understand this much better. Margaret Thatcher was the former Prime Minister of United Kingdom. Now she has her Lagna in Libra and Moon in Leo. So of course both of them are in the odd signs. She is known as the Iron Lady because of her strong leadership style and her spirit to work efficiently in a male-dominated political scenario. Both Lagna and Moon together are giving her a very uncompromising and rebellious nature, and I think this is what is considered as the lack of feminine grace. The second example over here is of Sri Devi. She's an Indian, very famous Indian actress. So the Lagna is in Cancer and Moon is in Taurus. Remember, we are looking at the Rashi chart. She's known for her ultra feminine grace, her delicate gestures, and soft, bubbly way of speaking made her a very favorite celebrity among the masses. Sri Devi is considered to be the most beautiful woman created by the god. So you can see over here the influence of Moon and Lagna in the even sign. Beauty, feminine grace, delicate gestures, delicate way of speaking can be seen through this. And lastly, if you have your Moon in the odd sign and Lagna in the even, or the Lagna is an odd sign and Moon is in the even sign, then this combination will give you a very balanced personality. I think it is the best combination to have right now in this world, because women who are born under the impact of this placement have very smart and diplomatic skills. They know exactly how to achieve whatever they desire. Now from the Rashi chart, we will proceed to the Trishamsha division, the D30 divisional chart. You can find this chart easily in any software like Jagannath Hora or AstroSage. Now D30, that is Trishamsha, is a divisional chart which reveals about our weaknesses and troubles. So the placement of Moon in this divisional chart can help us to understand how our actions and responses to life situations will affect us. So you can say that the placement of Moon in Trishamsha defines the Newton's third law. Every action has a reaction. So if you really want to understand the reaction, then check out the placement of Moon in Trishamsha. Remember that you won't find any planet placed in the sign of Sun or Moon. That is, in Trishamsha, there won't be any planet in the sign of Cancer and Leo. Now check out the placement of Moon in Trishamsha. If planet Moon is in the sign of Aries or Scorpio in the Trishamsha division, then it gives one a very strong and dominating personality, which might be considered problematic by the world. These women do very good in the field of science, technology, and engineering. Planet Mars is blessing with explosive energy and a free-spirited nature, which means that these women only follow their own self-made rules. They cannot work or obey to anyone else, and this is the major point where all the struggles initiate. Their free-spirited nature also hampers their love life. One may encounter many problematic love affairs in life because the male partner cannot withstand such strong personality. Anger is the biggest weakness with this placement of moon, and it may invite many troubles in life. If planet moon is in the sign of Gemini or Virgo in the Trishamsha, then this placement makes a woman highly skilled. Her speech and intelligence are her true weapons. One may fall in love with a person who is way more young than her, or it simply means that the male partner is not mature enough, not at all suitable to support you throughout the challenges of life. Talkative nature, or you can say that the speech, you might have a very reserved nature or you can be very talkative. A lot depends upon the placement of planet Mercury. So your speech can invite many troubles, and of course it will affect your reputation. If planet moon is in the sign of Taurus or Libra in the Trishamsha, it definitely makes one a highly skillful personality in the field of art, music, designing, and beauty. Women with this placement often get success more easily because of their charming looks and graceful personality. The enhanced sexual desire and constant urge to be in love, to be loved by someone is the biggest weakness. One may encounter many love relationships in the life, and there can be lack of expected love and respect from the partner. This can be the problem in love relationships. Overall, relationships can be the biggest challenge in your life. When moon is in the sign of Sagittarius or Pisces in the Trishamsha, it makes a woman highly spiritual, and she is blessed with many good qualities. Intelligence and wisdom are the two important aspects of her personality. The influence of Jupiter makes them excellent homemakers. Also, one may marry or fall in love with a partner who is at a very highly reputed position. Moon in Jupiter's Trishamsha may give a sense of superiority, that I do things in a way better manner than others, and this can be true in this placement, but this sense of superiority can be the biggest weakness, and it can bring biggest challenges in your life, because of this your partner, your friends may get easily triggered and offended. If moon is placed in the sign of Capricorn or Aquarius in the Trishamsha, then women with this placement are actually made of steel. No matter how hard you hit, nothing can change their determination. They always fall in love with such men who have a very similar kind of feature. It can be a very specific facial appearance or the character or certain qualities which will repeat itself in every male partner. Also, there is a lack of sexual desire in such women. It's the strong connection and the support from the partner which makes the relationship strong for them. Such women do very well in authoritative roles, but they often fall for such men who are less powerful than them. The biggest weakness is their inability to deal with authority, rules, and regulation. All the hell breaks loose when you force them to follow a particular rule, or you ask them that, okay, you have to do this work in this manner. They want freedom when it comes to work and profession. Now, let's talk about health issues which are quite common in women. Just like there are two major arms in a clock, one for the hour and another one for the minute, in the same way, there are two planets which regulate the health of a woman and, of course, her reproductive cycle. Even if one planet gets afflicted, then the whole balance and the equilibrium of the body gets disturbed. Planet Mars and Moon play a very important role in a woman's life. Moon represents body fluids, water content, and the movement of these fluids all across the body, whereas Mars represents the blood. These two planets not only control the menstrual cycle, but they also have a big role in other health issues. So any kind of affliction to Mars and Moon causes irregular menses, which leads to infertility, obesity, and imbalance of hormones, which leads to a very common disorder today, and that is PCOD, polycystic ovarian disease. So if Mars and Moon gets afflicted, the whole cycle gets affected, and which in turn it leads to imbalance of hormones, and it activates the diseases ruled by Jupiter and Venus. If Moon gets afflicted, it disturbs the calcium regulation, and it also brings malnutrition. So this further activates the diseases of planet Saturn like backache, weak bones, joint pains, and osteoporosis. If planet Mars becomes afflicted, it leads to lack of red blood cells, which cause anemia, fatigue, and weakness. Remember, Mars rules over our red blood cells. They have a molecule known as the hemoglobin. Now, hemoglobin breaks your food into energy, and that's why when Mars is afflicted, one may suffer from fatigue and lack of energy. And also Mars along with Sun is responsible for headaches related to stress, fatigue, and of course migraines. So you can see that how two planets, Mars and Moon, balances the health of a woman. So any kind of affliction to these planets can alter your health. And finally, we are at the very last section of this video. And in this section, we'll be talking about married life and spouse. After all, marriage is like a cornerstone in a woman's life. From here, everything just changes and transforms. There is a new path for you and a new destination. For this, let's start our analysis with the Rashi chart. Now, firstly, just see which planet rules the 7th house of the Rashi chart. If it's a fixed sign like Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, then you and your spouse will live together under one roof. You will spend good quality time. If your 7th house is ruled by a movable sign like Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, then your partner may stay away from you for a major period, maybe because of his work or his responsibilities. He may travel a lot. If your 7th house is ruled by a dual sign, a mutable sign like Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, then this indicates that your spouse will travel a lot. Definitely, he will stay away from you, but he will always manage to spend some quality time with you. So it's like 50-50%. In the Rashi chart, you not only have to analyze your 7th house, but check out the 7 places away from your natal moon. Which planet is placed in that house? Which planet rules the 7th house from the moon? Then only you can decide the true nature of your spouse. For an example, Venus is in the 7th house of your Rashi chart, which would definitely indicate, any astrologer will tell you that, oh, your spouse will be very handsome and romantic. But he may forget to see what is placed 7 places away from moon. Suppose Saturn is placed 7 places away from moon. So yes, husband would be loving and caring, but don't expect him to be too romantic, because Saturn will take away that thing. He may act cold sometimes. Now after this, along with the 7th house of the Rashi chart, you need to focus on the 7th house of Navamsha. Varaha Mihira talks about a concept of Subhaga and Durbhaga. Well, Subhaga means good luck and Durbhaga means bad luck. It can also be translated as Subhaga means attraction and Durbhaga means repulsion. We humans also carry a certain energy, a certain charge, and this charge decides our attraction and repulsion with the partner. So when you compare the 7th house of Rashi with the 7th house of Navamsha, you will understand the nature of force between you and your partner, whether it's attraction or repulsion. There are basically two types of currents or two types of charge within us. One is external and the other one is internal. That very external bonding, that physical bonding is indicated by the 7th house of Rashi, whereas the internal bonding, which happens at the very soul level, is indicated by the 7th house of Navamsha. Now remember, there is a gateway between this internal and external bonding, and that is the sexual compatibility. The sexual compatibility and the soul level compatibility are indicated by the 7th house of Navamsha. So if the 7th house of Navamsha gets weak or afflicted, it definitely affects the longevity of marriage. If the 7th house of Navamsha is ruled by planet Sun, then the spouse will be a very highly reputed personality. For him, his profession will be a major priority. This person will do everything for you as a gesture of love, but at some point of time, he may show his self-centric nature, and this would create a lot of problems in that internal soul level bonding. A lot depends upon where Sun is placed in the Navamsha. If planet Moon rules the 7th house of Navamsha, it definitely gives a great internal bonding with the spouse. He will be polite and caring. Also, the sexual chemistry will be very good. The placement of Moon in Navamsha will decide his true nature. If planet Mars rules the 7th house of Navamsha, the explosive energy of Mars may act as a hindrance in the internal bonding, that soul level bonding with the spouse, because Mars indicates a highly impulsive man. If his desires are not fulfilled within a second, then this person will rush to someone else. So the impulsiveness is an obstacle over here. You have to work a lot in improving your relationship. If Jupiter rules the 7th house of Navamsha, then the spouse will possess good qualities. If Jupiter is free from any kind of malefic influence, then it gives a very strong bond with the partner. This person will be always there for you in every situation. If planet Venus rules the 7th house of Navamsha, it may give an overly passionate spouse, where his main focus would be on the sexual compatibility. Venus indicates a very good looking and romantic husband. Overall, this placement indicates a very strong bond with the partner, and of course, a lot depends upon the placement of Venus in the Navamsha. If Mercury rules the 7th house of Navamsha, it certainly gives a very intelligent and learned partner, but he may not stick to his decisions when it comes to marriage. There can be a certain unpredictability related to his mood and ideas, which may hamper the relationship. Also, you may fall for a person who is younger to you. When Saturn rules the 7th house of Navamsha, it gives a very mature spouse. It could be that his nature is much wise than you, or he can be much older in age. Saturn will definitely delay the event of marriage, but it will add stability to your married life. Your partner will always support you even in the most adverse situations. but his cold and stubborn personality may affect that internal bonding, that soul level bonding. And of course, a lot depends upon the placement of Saturn in Navamsha.
So guys, that's all for today's video. If you really want more such interesting content which can help you to explore more about yourself, your life, your journey, then do subscribe to my channel. And yes, I do have a new address now. You can follow me on Instagram to stay updated about the upcoming videos. So guys, stay connected and see you next time. Goodbye.